Hi, I'm Dan Whittaker. I'm here today to talk to you about the role of the left arm and left shoulder movement in the downswing. When they are moving correctly, we tend to see that the left shoulder immediately moves from the chin, giving more space for the arms and the golf club to deliver into impact. When it's done badly, we tend to see that the left arm stays across the body for too long. This causes you to be trapped coming into impact. The other issue you tend to see is that the left shoulder and the chin both move forwards together instead of separating correctly. The problem we see when the left arm stays on the body too long is that you end up being trapped. So that can lead to a couple of things. It can lead to being too far from the inside. So that means your path's coming a long way into the inside when hitting the shot. I mean, it's travelling too far in this direction, which can cause blocks and hooks depending on what the club face relationship is to that path. The other problem we'll tend to see is that arm stays too tight here and the right arm's back, can lead to a flip through impact, and it means you're never going to be able to get shaft lean because you've not been able to get your hands far enough forwards. Now, people think about a great idea of moving the whole body as one unit, so keeping that left arm very tight and connected to achieve this. Now, as a theory, it's very, very good and it's excellent in pitch shots or short chip shots, having everything moving together as a complete unit. But in a full swing, it can't be done because this lead arm needs to get forward. I mean, it adds a lot of acceleration to the club head, which is obviously going to give you more distance and speed and power. Now, one thing that I see a lot of people do is they practice with a glove under the left arm. Now, this is great to teach you connection in the backswing. Okay, it can really do a good thing. If you tend to get your arms very steep at the top, it really will tend to get them back down on the same level as the shoulders and get everything working. The problem with it, though, is that people will then practice hitting lots and lots of full shots with it, and what will tend to happen is over time, that left arm will stay way too tight. Now, if you're going to practice with the glove under the arm, hitting full shots, make sure you let it drop out on the downswing. So from the top here, that left arm's got to move away here, creating that daylight. Okay, on a short half shot from here, it won't move quite as far forwards, so you can kind of get away with it a little bit. But you do not want to have it there for that full swing because it's going to get you in all sorts of problems. What else we'll tend to see is when that left arm is staying too tight, okay, we will see that it'll cause the club to drop down and get underneath here. Okay, so the club ends up coming in very, very shallow. Okay, so from the top there, we'll tend to see it'll drop down in this manner because the arm is staying across the shoulders. This will then get the club coming from the wrong angle, and you'll then have to do something with your hands and arms in order to manipulate the face to get it back to square. So it's very important that that left arm does get forward. It reconnects as the shoulder starts to open because there is a torque on that left arm which will re-rotate it back into the body, which will square the club face up. So it's really important though that you make sure that from the top, you are letting that arm go outwards. Now, the second problem we tend to see is that the left shoulder and the chin move forwards together. So what I mean by that is, from the top here, we tend to see that they will stick and move together in this manner. So it can go one of two ways. It can go forwards, which creates a steepening. So what this does is, as it goes forwards, it creates a steepening, which will then mean that you have to early extend this way with the pelvis towards the ball and have to back out with the head to give room for the club to be delivered on something like a decent angle into the ball. The problem that you'll have when you're doing that is all of a sudden you're having to extend your arms, potentially flip the wrist as well. All of those things have got to happen in an absolute nanosecond for you to even contemplate trying to square that club to the ball. Chances of you doing that on a reliable basis are pretty slim. Secondly, what we tend to see is when that shoulder and chin stick, so we'll see it from this angle here, we'll see that it can go this way. So the lower body goes forwards, okay, and the player then is stuck. So they're very much stuck on the inside here. Now they're having to stall or even stop the body, which will then cause the arms to go outwards or to chase in order to reach the ball. So this will cause people to have a lot of hooks and be very much from the inside, potentially catching it quite thin, or even with the driver grounding out just before the ball. So what I'd like to see is making sure that it's moving away from the chin so that the left shoulder immediately goes away from that chin. So here we are at the golf fitness area. Okay, and I've got the stretching band here, so like physio tubing. I've got this attached to the wall. You could simply attach this to a door handle, door frame, and then what you want to do is make a backswing. I've got this attached on my left arm here, so I'll simply step forwards here, take it to the top, and I will then feel how this banding is pulling on my arm. So what I'll do is I will then move my shoulder in the direction of where the band is pulling me from, and I can immediately feel how that left arm and shoulder are moving together. What you could do is you could also attach one onto your left hip, which will then give you the feeling of that whole left side all clearing together. What else I like to see done is a little drill where you've got your arms across your body. So simply do this in front of a mirror, because there's nothing better than learning from your own reflection and getting your own feedback. What you want to do is take it to the top of the swing here and make sure that you get the left shoulder immediately clearing away from the chin, watching in the mirror that you keep the head nice and still whilst that left side is clearing out of the way. I'm a big fan of doing that. What we then want to do is do some just with the left arm alone with a club. So what you'll do is you take this to the top of the backswing here. Now if I start down and I don't clear my shoulder, there's a lot of pressure through my left forearm here. There's a lot of weight in the club and I'm feeling it in my forearm. It's quite hard to hold it. So what I want to do is from the top here is as the left shoulder clears, I'll feel my arm goes forwards. Now, at the point where the golf shaft becomes parallel to the floor, you see my hands are in line with my sternum. So this means that my hand is very much in front of me. So it's going to allow the club to deliver correctly. You could choose to hit balls with this one-handed if you wanted to. It's a very difficult exercise to do. Don't expect to make great contact straight away, as it's something that's very, very difficult to do, but is a great exercise if you want to give it a go. Hopefully we've shown you some of the problems associated with the left arm and shoulder movement, and we've been able to give you some good solutions and some good ideas on ways that you can solve this for your game. Thanks a lot for watching. Please, if you've enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel below. We've got lots more exciting video content coming. All my products and services and everything I have available on contact details are all on my website, which is danwhitakergolf.com. Thanks a lot for watching, and we look forward to talking with you again very soon.